breakfast, man.
So,
Giles decides to dance on the fire.
I'll introduce myself to the wizardy-looking chap.
Yeah, cool.
So, hi, I'm Ulf. How are you this morning, anyway?
He
Where
says,
you on
I'm Barabbas. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Barabbas.
And I am a trader
Ooh, lovely.
by nature.
Well, it just so happens, Barabbas, I'm in for purchasing some items if you have anything of use.
He nods and he says, my stock is very limited. I've just been up trading at Thrin. But I have plenty of assorted pieces to share with you.
Okay.
And
Sure,
he sort of wraps his staff, and Wilbur sort of like darts up and begins to start like, you know, just moving, eating the remainder of the sausage, and he's got his dagger close at hand. He sort of puts it in, and he kind of says, "What can I get?" And Barabbas kind of looks at you expectingly to.
So, what kind of wares do you trade in?
He says, "General goods."
So
he says, "You want it? We might have it."
might have it, yeah. Would you happen to have any potions of any sort?
He shakes his head.
Not
He says, potions are too rich for my blood. He says, I deal with rope, camping equipment, small arms, traps, etc. He says, I cater for the hunters. He says, I cater for the general man. He says, a potion is a very expensive commodity that frankly I just don't hold on me.
Do you have a flint?
Oh, actually,
he nods.
Dave's still got my flint and steel.
He says, I carry flint and steel. He says, I carry tinder boxes. What do you want? What's your purchase? I have torches for the man who wants to brighten his day, and he smiles.
Purchase your traps and another flint and steel, and then Angelus can keep my flint and steel. I'll treat him.
Ah, thanks, man.
He nods, and he says, I only have a couple of traps left.
Okay.
And he sort of takes out a very large bear trap. He sort of drags out.
Jesus.
And he says, this is a bear trap.
Have you got anything a little more compact? Smaller animal, maybe?
He sort of nods understandingly, and he goes to have a look. Give me a second. I'm just having a quick look at the...
Maybe something enough to just annoy maybe somebody with 2 legs.
He has... Sorry, give me a second. I'm just looking at a couple of traps he may have in stock.
So he got to order them from Amazon.
He's got to see how much they weigh, how much their stats are, and how much they cost.
And if they can be delivered in time for Christmas.
He says, I think I have what you're wanting. He takes out a bag and he says, for 1 gold, I've got this small bag of 4-prong metal spikes crafted so that 1 prong faces up, no matter how it comes to rest. These are called caltrops, and the hope is that someone may step on them and they have to slow down to avoid them, or it may hurt them.
I'll take those, actually, yeah.
Cool. He says it's 1 gold a bag, and each bag weighs 2 pounds.
So I'll take 1 bag for the 1 gold. Yeah. And then what I will also do is give him 10 silver for the friendly breakfast.
Wow.
Excellent. So you give him an extra gold. You give him 2 gold, essentially, because 1 gold is 1 silver. He nods and he generously gives you another bag of caltrops, and he says, "Consider the breakfast included in a good deal."
Very nice. I like this guy.
Hmm.
Brabus, was it?
Barabbas, yeah.
Barabbas. So I've got caltrops. How many's in the bag?
Oh, there's loads of little ones.
Okay.
They're like really,
Little jacks.
yeah. Basically,
Yeah.
they're nasty, spiky type of things. There's probably
Yeah.
about maybe six to 10 in a bag.
Okay. So it's probably one use anyway when you throw them.
Yeah, basically, unless you try and do a perception to try and get all the caltrops, but they're so delicate. They're going to go through someone's foot, but think of it like they're made of metal. They're literally like needles.
Nice. That's it. Thanks, Barabbas.
He nods. He says, "Anything else I can do for you boys?"
I mean, am I full on rations? Because I gave some rations away, didn't I?
Oh, you've given loads of rations away.
Yeah.
I have, yeah. I think I'm officially out of rations.
We've been travelling for a few days. I know you've eaten most days. You've travelled for what, 3 days? This will be day 4 of travel. I think for 2 of them you've had hot meals. I would say take 2 trail rations off you all. I think that would put you at 0 rations, Dave. You didn't have that many to begin with. You gave one away to the lady, didn't you, Ad?
Yeah.
So that would put you down on, I don't know how many trail rations you have, but that puts you at minus
5.
3.
So I've got 2 left then, yeah.
Yeah. Lee, where does that put you?
Trail rations, 5 days. I've got in brackets.
Yeah, so you've lost 2 days of those.
Yeah, so I've got 3. So I'll take 2 off this guy. How much is he charging for these rations?
Let's have a look how much he's charging for these trail rations. TTT, come on, trail rations should be here. Rations, trail. He says 6 silver for a day's worth of trail rations.
For a day. Well, I want 2, so.
Yeah, so he charges you
12 silver.
12 silver or 1 gold and 2 silver. Or 1 gold and 20 copper.
So I'll take 5 days worth off him.
Yep.
While we're here.
Excellent. You hand over the silver.
I'll refill as well.
Yep.
Wait, I'm on 0 on, so I need 5.
How much was that, Paris? Sorry, mate.
So it's 6 silver for 1, 12 for 2. Okay. So that means it's 24 for 4 plus the extra 6, so it's 30 for 5.
Okay, so we'll give him 3 gold then, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what is it for all mine? So sorry.
30. You said 5, Dave, didn't you? So it's 30 for you.
30 gold?
No, 30 silver. Or 3 gold.
3 gold?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give him 3 gold. 3 gold it is.
Excellent. So he shakes your hands and makes the deal. He asks if there's anything else he can do for you. He says, "I'm always happy to make adjustments for customers, good customers," and he gives you all a beaming smile.
Just what do you make of the 2 guys across the way there with the broken wagon?
He says, 2 guys? Was there not a third? What's happened to him?
Yeah. The guy under the wagon? Yeah, I forgot about him.
He says, "I believe they work for some sort of chieftain, hearser, steward guy. I forget what name they mentioned. Vego, whatever it was. They've come from the outpost and they've been ferrying chests back and forward.
Ah,
They
do
brought
you
some
mean,
merchants not long ago.
You must mean Vigo.
Yeah.
Okay. So
He
these guys
nods.
are all right then.
He says, "That guy, the guy who leads them, doesn't seem very steady on land. Big guy, loud with an axe. He seems,
Yeah.
he's got his sea legs on."
We know him quite well. Yeah. Is Yarrow doesn't happen to be with them, does he?
You didn't see Yarrow.
Oh.
He says
that would be strapped to the front instead of the horse.
yeah, as punishment. He says, "Be careful up ahead."
Okay.
He says, "There's two very annoyed rangers.
Ooh, why are they annoyed?
Someone's managed to crash their cart and they disturbed a local beast."
Ooh, what's this local beast?
Ooh.
He shrugs. He says, "I know very little, but I have tomes on the local beasts." And
So
he
the
takes out a series of books.
Oh, nice. So have they been tasked with getting rid of? Is this beast a nuisance?
He shrugs. He says he doesn't know. They just told me to stay away. And Wilbur can only deal with so much.
Okay. So I guess to probably cheer up these rangers, we should probably help old Sea Legs get his cart up and running. What'd you say, Angelus?
So, okay. So, double checking. So, our old Vigo is here, or is he up here?
You don't know where Vigo is.
Okay.
The guy said basically the people who are in that cart work for Vigo.
Okay.
Well,
Not that Vigo's there. Yeah.
Okay, we can go give a man then. Yeah. We technically know them.
Yeah. Cool. So you go. Do you go up to them?
Yeah, I'll walk across.
Yeah.
Wander across.
So you go up to them and you see a very familiar sight of the Ore Master, and he is the one who is currently trying to fix the wheel of the cart. And he says, "Blasted Rangers, blasted cart." And he turns and he looks at you and he says, "Ah, gentlemen."
Need a hand?
So,
He sort of gives you a look and he sort of taps on the old cartwheel and he says, "Just fixed it. Now, if only that cart would get out of the way. The Rangers derailed me, you know. They came out in the road out of nowhere and I had to bank it. Old Bessie here," and he pats on the horse, "was frightened half to death."
Okay. Oh, so there's a wagon in the middle of the road further down.
He nods. He says something about the Rangers saying that they can't be disturbed, and there's something about some sort of monster or beast or you know, something exciting.
Did I tell you any idea of what this beast might be? Description, maybe?
He says you'll have to ask them.
Oh,
He says, "I tend to avoid the beasts of the land," and he sort of like staggers up. He says, he says, "Face me on a boat at your peril."
indeed. So, if for everybody else is happy enough, I'll take a wander down to the Rangers.
Yeah.
I'll accompany you, but I'll probably walk. Can I walk?
Try and conceal yourself as you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk through the wood bits. Yeah.
Cool. Can I get another stealth from you, Dave, if you're going to sort of conceal yourself away?
Sure thing.
So as you approach, it's a pretty simple setup, really. You guys see two rangers or two people with bows. They may be rangers. They look like your description of what people have been telling you about rangers. And there is a cart with two people, and they're squabbling. And the guy's loading his gear back up. And he's like, "Why would it take the wheel? It just doesn't make sense."
Why would it take the wheel? Okay.
Okay. I rolled 18 on stealth, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. Wonderful. So, to be fair, only the Rangers will be Okay, so one of the rangers looks over towards your position and says, "What are you doing? Get out of there!"
No.
And aims his bow into the woods. The other one's like looking around, like, what's where?
I'll bimble over ballsy like, "Greetings, fellow rangers."
They sort of eye you suspiciously, and they say, "We don't know you. What are you doing here?"
I'm working for Sved, friend of Vigo. We're making our way through.
He says, "Oh, you're with chieftains then? Okay.
That's- yeah.
Tread softly in these lands. I swear looks upon you.
Who looks upon me?
I swear, the goddess of nature.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that. I think.
These are her lands, and if you attempt to disrupt the balance of nature, well, these guys have felt the wrath of the beasts around here."
So I've heard you're hunting this beast. Isn't that upsetting the balance of nature?
They sort of look to each other and say, "Well, this particular beast is not one of Iswaya's creature. In fact, you could argue it's a monster."
How big is this monster?
They say, "How big is your average troll?"
Ooh.
Quite big, I think. I'd know that, would I, from nature?
Yeah, you can give me a roll for your knowledge nature, Ad.
Yeah. Oh dear. 17.
So you know there's lots of different types of troll, ranging from shit that's really deadly to shit that's probably you can take. Mostly large creatures.
Okay.
So sort of small giant size, but still twice as long as a man.
So would this be a troll you're hunting?
They nod and they say, "Well, the difficulty is trolls are notoriously difficult to get rid of."
Yeah, we came across some puking trolls a while ago.
He says,
Oh, the
"Puking
thorn.
trolls."
Yeah, they were making themselves sick with the sight of each other. I can't remember what they were called now.
So one of them looks baffled and the other says, "Sick at the sight. Are you talking about a thorn, a mud giant?"
That's the fella with giants.
He
Disgusting creatures.
says that no, these fellows are different. He says that there's a difference between a giant and a troll. A troll is, well, a troll is a different being altogether. They're a lot sturdier. They're very unkillable. I know a man who faced a troll once in battle and supposedly cut it to pieces. Only days later for it to come back and be attacking him again.
Wow. Okay. So this creature isn't a troll then. It just is the size of a troll.
No, he says this creature is definitely a troll.
Oh, it's definitely a troll.
Okay.
Would I be able to see, like, track where it may have headed before it got disturbed? Well, when it got disturbed.
Yeah, excellent. You have that ability. Let's have a look. Weather's good today for tracking. Relatively clear, not a lot of snow on the ground, no bad weather, ground slightly damp as well. So your track is going to be pretty good. So you get a +1 to survival checks made to follow tracks. So for you, it is D20 +8 to follow a track.
Oh dear. 12.
You rolled 12, or is 12 total?
12 total.
You see some big tracks in the snow. Well, in the wet ground. As I say, the weather's exceptionally good, and they're sort of stomping off south. You're not entirely sure what sort of creature it is or the size. You just know it's big.
Right.
And they're heading south to what looks like a series of rocks and caves that aren't too far from here.
Okay, so Dave's already on the way there without knowing it. Did you bring your spare pair of pants?
Always. Yeah.
So,
So
are you guys continuing to hunt this troll? Would you like some help?
They give you a look and they say, frankly, if anyone could take care of the troll for us, it would be heavily appreciated. Trolls are notoriously dangerous, and to be honest, between the both of us, we would struggle. We're both seasoned warriors, but a troll would just tear through us.
What do you think of the odds of 5 of us? Even? No. 6 of us? No, 5 of us.
5 of us. Yeah, you have to take Sved out of the equation.
Yeah. No Sved.
They nod and they say, yes, but the only problem is how do we put this creature down permanently? This is what me and my colleague have been pondering. We've got traps. We could set something up, but trolls they chew through their own arm and escape.
Is this true? Have you witnessed this, or is this just a myth?
They say we've set up traps before and found pieces of troll in it, yet this creature seems whole.
Right.
maybe they have some sort of regenerative
What
property.
about? I'm sure one of you guys would be able to chop the head off.
Would I know how to stop them regenerating?
Yeah, give me another knowledge nature.
Oh, nice. That will be 27.
Ooh.
It's different for every troll. There are different legends. Some say acid works, some say acid helps them regrow, others say fire works, and then for others fire is ineffective. So it's either fire or acid. You're not so sure which one. It depends on the type of troll.
Would these two guys know what type of troll it was?
If you ask them, they say they just know it's a troll. They've not been able to sex it or check what species it is. They've just not gotten that close. They've had the odd finger, the odd arm, but a troll's arm is a troll's arm. It's been strangely turquoise, but there's about 3 different species of troll that are turquoise. They say, and they're not experts. They just don't have the, the guy. One of them says it's not like we have a book on all the different species of trolls, or it's not like we have a library nearby, or I've seen 2 trolls ever.
Charles, can you create fire on a? Do you need anything or?
I think I can create fire. Let me just double check. Sure, I
A
can.
flint and steel, does that take a turn pretty much to use?
Yeah.
See, I've got spark, which is one fine object, ignites flammable objects. It says objects though? It doesn't say animals.
So that would immediately ignite a torch, Lee. So if you had a torch in your hand and did spark, immediately you've got a big bush of flame on the end of it.
Okay.
So I'm
I
thinking
know.
of setting fire to arrows and things anyway to launch at it.
Yeah, so I could spark an arrow,
Yeah.
which you could fire at it. Potentially, I don't know how much weight allowance I have on me at the moment. I could go back and get a torch from that guy.
Well, I've got plenty of arrows anyway for launching at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'll just have to be near you if we come across it, which I'll spark.
Nangelus, I think is Dave froze. Are you still there, Dave?
No,
Is it?
no, I'm still here. Still here.
Yes,
I mean,
Dave's arrows as well, isn't he?
I've got like 48 arrows.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Um,
as long as I'm next to one of you, we'll be fine.
As long as he doesn't run up to me
Well-
and club me across the forest,
To be
we'll
fair,
be fine.
I might not even need to be next to you because it is it's not a touch. It is actually a spell. So I think as long as we're within 30 feet, we should be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, close. 30 feet.
I mean-
Found it.
I'm wondering, the Ode Balthazar, or is it?
Barabbas.
Barabbas, that's it.
Mhm.
He has a giant ass bear trap that we
But
could
the guy's
buy.
just saying that they'd eaten their way out of a bear trap, just torn their own arms off. Or
It would slow
True.
down though.
it would slow it
Mm.
down. You're very true. I suppose it's
If
got to
we can
take
get
the
it-
time to eat through its own hole.
It's either we can either get it to stamp on it, or put its arm in it, or we can somehow manage to clamp it around its head.
I mean, you've also got those lovely spikes that I could throw in front of it to slow it down.
I don't know if they'd even notice treading on them though.
That's-
Might notice if you throw it in their eyes or mouth.
Nice.
Oh, you could throw it in the mouth if they're going to try. Oh, mind you, they still chew through it, wouldn't they?
Throwing a bear trap is
Heavy.
so they weigh 10 pounds. The bear traps, so they are heavy. In terms of throwing a bear trap, in terms of how they're triggered, it's like a little tongue in the middle that rests on the ground. So if you throw it, or if you touch it, it triggers it essentially. You'd just be throwing a closed trap at it essentially.
What about Star Wars? Think of Star Wars, guys. Sorry. Showing my nerd there.
Is this the in-game chat? Think about that film Star Wars.
Hey, gang! Everyone who's like never seen a movie. When
Meanwhile, in the parallel universe.
Yeah. What I was thinking, if we can get, I mean, I'm so sorry, I keep forgetting his name. Barabbas.
Barabbas and Wilbur.
Barabbas. I think that guy said he had rope. I think I'm pretty sure I've got rope in my inventory as well, where I might buy some more. I mean, we try and do it like say with Star Wars, like where they flew around the legs of the AT-AT and tripped it up and made it fall over head first. If we can somehow manage to make it fall over head first and get into a trap.
So yeah, we could tie the rope between a couple of trees and get him to chase you.
Yeah. And get it to trip. And keep face first into a bear trap.
If we use you as bait, get you to run. Are you good at running?
I think so. I think my dex was quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, acrobatics and all that quite good.
Acrobatics is 3.
Yes, better than mine.
Oh, good. How's your dex, Giles?
My dex.
Actually, he could just command it to.
Yeah, but it's got a will save, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Like,
trolls aren't very clever, are they?
I mean, I can try and command it.
Just command it to stand still while we launch arrows at it. Fire arrows.
My dex is 8.
What? Oh, you're running away from this.
No, it means that's his. That was his roll, so his modifier is -1.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah.
Cool.
Base score 8. Oh yeah, base mod -1.
I mean, why don't we get it? Why don't you just command it to put its head in a bear trap?
There's only certain things he can command it to do. He can't command it to commit suicide.
It's not committing suicide. It's just putting its head in a bear trap.
I'm sure I can command it to walk in a straight line.
You can, yeah.
Ooh.
So,
can indeed.
So, who has rope? Has anyone got any rope? I'm pretty sure I used
I
my
haven't got any rope.
Or if I did have any rope, do
I think I've got some rope, but I don't know how strong it's going to be. Let me just double check.
I don't have any rope.
Well, guys, there's a guy back there who's probably got a load of rope. I've got rope. I've not used it yet. So I've got some rope, but there's definitely going to be some rope at the merchant behind us.
Yeah, I might just nip back and have a word with
Here we go. Use your words.
I wish I had a sign with this guy's name on.
Bulbasaur.
It's
Bulbasaur.
We're getting there slowly. Barabbas.
But yeah. I'll just nip up to Boo. I'll nip back to this merchant and I'll ask him if he got any rope.
He nods.
Rope.
He says, "Thick rope. Planning an adventure, are we?"
Well, yeah. It's just not the one that's in the bedroom yet.
He says, "Interesting." He says, "I have. I'm sure I can find something to serve those purposes." He takes out a chest and he whips it off, and you see ropes, and you see a chain in there, and a set of manacles that would sort of fit a human as well.
Does anyone have any poison?
I still have 3 vials of stuff that I have no idea what they do.
I'm just thinking, could we purchase his horse, make it ingest the poison, and then feed it to the troll?
Oh my god!
So many options.
God. We haven't even met this troll yet. He's probably a fake. He's probably about a knee high. He's probably dead friendly.
Sorry, what did you say, Lee?
Sorry, I'll just check and see what I've got. No poison, guys.
Okay. So we've got chain, rope, and something else.
I mean, you've not asked him fully what he has, but he has quite a few things.
Can I ask him? Have you got anything that is strong enough to hold a bear?
He points to the chain. He says the manacles wouldn't fit, but the chain might work for chaining it in place.
Would the chain hold a troll?
He says trolls are very strong.
Do you have any acid? Oh, I'm not even there. Sorry.
He just shouting down the path.
He says the strongest thing I have to hold something is chain in my inventory, and you know, it can hold a bear, it can hold other creatures. I mean, no guarantees depending on how strong the creature is, but if I was going to hunt a troll, I'd take a chain with me over a rope.
It's a fair comment. How much is your horse?
He says, that's an interesting question. He says, why do you ask?
It's a nice horse. I'm in the market for a horse.
He says, if you're after horses, I did hear that the gentleman up the road had 3 horses taken from them. Possibly by the creature, this. And he sort of takes a breath. He says, this troll.
Oh, so he likes the horse flavour then.
I mean, that's all well and good. Them having 3 horses, but they're gone. Yours is here. I kind of want to buy the one that's here. I get the feeling you're a bit more of a bargaining man than the troll.
He nods, but he says, sadly, this is my only steed. I would not have a way to get to the next town. Wilbur's a man of many talents, but sadly he can't pull the cart.
I mean, if you think about it, if you give me this one horse, I could give you 3 back.
He says it sounds like a... Okay, do you want to roll me a diplomacy for that, Dave?
Oh dear. By the way, Ulf, this is totally and utterly your plan. I'm just acting.
Have you got poison though? We need poison, don't we?
You can probably buy it.
Ask
Probably.
Parappa the Rapper, Barabbas.
Parappa the Rapper. That's such an old game.
Has anyone got any? Also, like acid?
Angelus, ask Barabbas if he's got any poison.
Get some acid.
Guess
And some acid. Joel's wants acid.
my diplomacy says plus the 10 I rolled, say 16 I got in diplomacy. Just let me just put that out there before I forget.
Okay.
But so his answer before I speak again.
No, so he sort of has a ponder and he says it sounds like a wager, and a person in my profession wagers on their ability to get from one place to another, and I need a horse for that.
Totally unrelated note. Have you got any poison?
He shakes his head.
God damn you, dude.
He says a merchant of my esteem would not dare to carry such a thing. It's a quick way to end up in the prison of a chieftain's. It's a quick way to earn a chieftain's ire to carry poison on you.
So
People don't take well.
Knowing like a nature knowledge and that, would I know if there's any hallucinogenic mushrooms or anything like that?
Oh yeah,
around the
totally.
area?
Yeah.
Can I look for some of those?
Yeah, give me survival, please. Give me 2 rolls. I want a survival and knowledge nature.
Okay. Oh, so survival is, where is it? 60.
You know, we're gonna.
And what was the other one? Knowledge nature.
Yeah.
40. Not bad. 21.
Give me a second. I'm looking for things that are
Shrooms.
well, that would be appropriate for the environment. In a Greenpeace kind of way. Okay, that would be for a country that's too hot.
I'll be back in 2 secs.
No worries.
Going for a poo. See you in 2. It's times like this we need a little sponsor advert or something.
Yeah. This session is sponsored by. Let's have a look. Okay, so you go. Sorry, what was your knowledge nature, Ad?
What did I say? What was my nature now? I lost it.
Just roll it again.
21 it was. Sorry, that was it. 21.
21. Okay. So you know that there is certain types of mosses that are poisonous, and you look around and you don't see anything. You think it'd be your best bet. You look at rocks. You try and scrape some samples, and you just can't find anything. No.
Okay. What are you thinking, Giles?
Well, we still don't know if that guy's got any acid, and I'm too far away to know anything about it. I mean, we don't know where it is. I certainly don't want to be going into battle tonight.
The guys loading on this cart in front of us, are they traders?
Do you ask them? You don't really know a lot. They're dressed quite simply.
Yeah, so I'll ask if they're trading or.
They say we work at the outpost.
Okay, so nothing useful.
They say we're delivering food, goods, fish in particular, salmon, up to Thrin in preparation for the arrival of the chieftains.
Right. So they had a cart full of food, which is probably why the troll was attacking them, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Guys, do they have any acid?
What you ask? You ask these guys.
Yeah. Do you have any acid?
They shake your head. Just food.
Okay.
Just food was all we had, and most of it's gone now.
Any horse?
We have 3. We now have none. And they point down and they say the corpse of I'm trying to think of a decent horse name. I can only think of cow's name. Buttercup, the corpse of Buttercup is down there. Fucker bit off her head and just legged it.
Oh, okay. So there's some horse meat down there.
They nod and they say, "We don't know what a headless horse is going to do for you, but keep us out of it."
Trouble in troll slobber. Nice.
They say if you could recover our horses, I don't know how we'd repay you, but we would owe you our livelihood. I'm sure our boss would reward you generously with alcohol.
With alcohol, hello.
I think what we could do as a suggestion is we could chop up some of that horse and take it with us and plant it as a trap to get the troll. Troll likes horse, right? So it's all going to come back for the rest of it.
Have we managed to buy a horse?
No, there's a dead horse with no head.
On the way down to the troll.
Yeah. So we could take some of that with us and throw it.
Cool.
So, are you buying this bear trap, Dave?
You want me to?
Can you carry it? I presume you can carry it, can you?
It's £10. You would probably be able to drag it, but it would slow you down.
Can I turn around and talk to our good friend here? Row your boat.
You know him as Oarmaster.
That's it, yeah. Can I turn around to Oarmaster and say to him, do you mind if I borrow yours from him?
He says, "Bessie?"
Yeah, borrow Bessie for a bit.
He says, "No one touches Bessie." He says, "Bessie is the finest steed I've ever ridden. Excluding the boat." And he's like very insistent on that.
Is Bessie tied up?
Yeah, Bessie has a harness on. It's just difficult to put in this.
Okay. Okay, never mind then. I will. God damn it, this is where we needed a leggy.
Is he good at kidnapping horses?
Yeah, his character's good at it too.
Good old horse snatcher.
Yeah, we need to. I mean, we can't share the load, can we, between us?
So, if I got sighted this troll, would I be able to determine whether it's an acid-prone one or a fire one?
It depends what your knowledge nature would be. I would say because that information is so specific, you'd have to roll very high unless you had assistance from a source of information.
Right.
Oh, didn't
he's got books.
Brabus have a beast book?
He does have beast books, yeah.
Ooh.
I'll go and talk to him and ask if I can purchase his book.
Well,
sorry guys, I'm gonna have to come off soon. I need to eat.
That's cool. Well, what we'll do is we'll finish up purchasing and then we'll end the session, shall we?
Sure.
Yeah,
if that's okay with you guys.
So we'll finish in about 5-10 minutes, if that's cool, Lee, with you. So he says, "What? I have 3 books. He says, I have the Compendium of Mice and Monsters. I have Trolls, Giants, Goblins, and Orcs. And I have the Creatures from the Dark Abyss.
Oh, can I buy all 3?
Yeah.
How much are they?
He nods. He says, per book, 40 gold.
Ooh. Jeez. Oh, but it would so
Okay,
be
take
worth it. I tell you what, we're going to get a payout in a bit.
yeah.
From Slid, aren't we?
I'll throw 40 gold in for a book.
Okay, so I'll do the 80.
I can buy one as well for
Oh, you
you.
want to buy one? Okay, okay. Aren't you a lovely bunch?
I know, right? Yeah, I'll throw in 40 gold.
So 90. Okay, so what were those books called? Trolls and...
So the first one was Mice and Monsters. The second one was Trolls, Orcs, Giants, and Goblins. And the last one was Creatures of the Deep.
So, can I just use this book as reference straight away, or do I have to learn the book? Or
no, you would. So there's 2 things you can do. One is you would slowly read the book over time and just say, I'm reading these books. Right. And then whichever book you're working through, you would be getting the bonus on when you do the spot checks. Or basically, if you've spotted something, you could then go to that book for a reference and get your bonus added at a later date, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So if you sneak up, spy this troll, and go, right, it's got these features, and then go back and have a quick sift through your book, what I would say is it will take you an hour to find what you're looking for in one of these books, and then you get your and then you would roll your identification plus the bonus that the book would add.
Right.
Unless you are reading that book at the time. So what I would say is after a night of reading the book, you would then be familiar enough with the contents of the book that you would make the roll and go, oh, I remember reading this last night or yesterday night. Or
okay. So on this occasion, it would take me an hour then?
It would take you about an hour to identify what it would be after you've spotted it. So you'd have to have a look and then go back to your book as a reference.
So next time round, it'll be up to you guys whether I spend an hour looking at this troll.
Well, you'd look at it for a couple of seconds and then you'd go away and consult the book.
Yeah, so I could go and have a look, come back.
Yeah.
While you guys have breakfast with Barabbas.
Yeah. Shall we end the session there upon the purchasing of the books, and then we'll be back next time for troll hunting.
Troll hunting. Oh, it's going to be a messy session. And I've only got 2 spells to deal with the troll, so two level 1s. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Right, guys.
Catch you next
been a
time.
Pleasure. I shall see you again soon.
Right, see you soon. Oh, we forgot the spiel, didn't we, this time? Okay. But oh well, it was just character creation.
That's fine. I'm sure I can chop that in from somewhere. See you later.
See you soon. Bye, guys.